Alright, got a little break in between my workout here. But I want to go over the Yankee roster. There's going to be some serious roster crunching going on over the next couple weeks. Alright, let's just put together some guys here. On the 10-day IL, we have DJ LeMahieu, Matt Carpenter, Anthony Rizzo, Andrew Benintendi, and yeah, those four guys, okay? 15-day IL, we have Scott Efros, Aroldis Chapman, Albert Abreu, and Luis Severino, okay? And then on the 60-day, we've got Michael King, Chad Green, Miguel Castro, Stephen Riding, Zach Britton, Luis Hill, and Harrison Bader. Okay. Luis Hill obviously is not coming back. He's in Tommy Johnson. Don't expect him back until next year. Don't expect Michael King back until next year. And very likely Stephen Ridings, I wouldn't expect him back either. So, but the rest of those guys are very likely candidates that were here that for the most part, played major roles in the first half of the season's success. So a lot of these guys are going to be probably coming back here. Most of them. I wouldn't say all of them. I'm not exactly sure whether Aroldis Chapman's going to make the postseason roster, and Zach Britton, we just don't know yet, even though he's playing pretty solid on his rehab. And there's no guarantee that Aaron Hicks is going to make the postseason roster too. So, but any of these other guys that come in here, there has to be a corresponding roster move. Now, who is on the 40-man right now that they could, move? Now, you'd want to move for them. I mean, Albert Abreu could probably be transferred over. A 60-day. Greg Weissert's got some options. Marinaccio has options too, and he's been kind of slowing down a little bit, but I don't know if they're going to want to do that. I mean, it depends on how well Greg Weissert's pitching. I'm not how well Scott Efros is pitching when he comes back, and whether Zach Britton does enough to make the postseason roster or whatnot. So there's still some options here. I mean, my guess is the odd men out are probably going to be Miguel Andujar, Tim LeCastro, Estevan Florial, all option guys, and that's going to be iffy on everybody else. It really is. So, like, who do you think of the guys that are still not back on the roster should be on the roster? And who would you move for them? So this is going to be really dicey over the next couple of weeks as to see who the Yankees really want to keep here and who the Yankees think are expendable or need a little bit more dependable, need a little bit more time on the roster. Don't be surprised if they option Oswald Peraza either. That's been playing as much. Oswaldo Cabrera has shown to be reliable in multiple positions, so he, to me, made the need for Oswald Peraza a little bit less, especially when IKF was starting to play better, and even Gleyber Torres, to a good degree, starting to play better. And I don't think there's a chance in the world they were going to DFA or sit IKF to make room for Oswald Peraza in this postseason. I think they'd be nuts and stupid to do it. Okay, because I know there's a lot of emotional thinking here and whatnot, but he hasn't done enough up here yet. I know he hasn't had enough opportunities, so that's the other thing. Okay, so he's got to get more opportunities, but you're not going to sit a very productive player now who's been one of the more consistent guys here, especially recently, for a prospect. You just don't do it. Even though he's a high-level prospect, you sit somebody else. So that's going to be, I think, the roster crunch that's going to frustrate a lot of people. And, not everybody's going to be happy, unfortunately. But, again, who do you think is the best of this bunch to make the postseason roster, to be here when they come off the IL? Because this is what we're going to be really honing on in the next couple weeks as to what kind of postseason roster this Yankees team is going to look like for all these guys. So let me know what you think. Give me your feedback in the comments. Make sure you smash that subscribe button if you haven't done that yet, and the like button if you enjoy the content. So I greatly appreciate it. But I don't want you missing good stuff. That's why I asked for smashing the subscribe button. So, but let's get into this. I mean, it's a day off today. I put out a video earlier that I think you might find interesting as well. It's Yankees recent, how some of the rehab guys are doing right now, the roster moves. And Scott Efros pitched well the other day as well, doing a nice solid bullpen as well. So he's looking pretty solid coming back too. And he's got mad controllable years. He's here until 2028. So so I'm not really worried about him. But controllable years is one thing. Controllable years with production is another. We got to make sure the guys are producing. So, but let's get into this. I want to know what you guys and gals think. And obviously, we'll be here tomorrow with any more news and the lineups and the recaps and the recaps and all that stuff. They're in Fenway tomorrow. It sounds like Garrett Cole's on the mound, so it's going to be good. Let's go.